Hey guys, Ryan here with Motorcycle.com. Got a chance to test out the 2018 BMW G310GS today. It's a beautiful day in Southern California. It didn't start out that way though, so we're going to be able to bring you a full weather ride report on this thing. Right now, we'll just cover some of the basics. 313cc engine, single cylinder. BMW rates it at 34 horsepower and 21 pound-feet of torque. This is using the same single found in the 310R. Relatively recently, we had a chance to dyno that motor, which BMW tells us is exactly the same. It put out 31.4 horsepower at 9,700 RPM and 19.3 pound-feet of torque at 7,600 RPM. That's making all its power pretty high in the rev range, which works great for a roadster, but something that's supposed to have some off-road capability. I would like to see some of that power and torque brought down low to mid in the rev range. The motorcycle worked fine on the road, and I think it was due to the power coming on higher. It wasn't an issue. However, off-road, where you want it a little further down, it wasn't really there. Another thing that's great about this bike is you get a ton of suspension travel, right? You get 7.1 inches both front and rear. Suspension's a little soft, but it actually worked pretty well today on the off-road that we did. And a lot of the twistier stuff, I was surprised by how nice the suspension settled. The 310 uses a 41mm inverted fork it's completely non-adjustable. Out back, the single shock is preload adjustable and also delivers 7.1 inches of travel. Both are relatively soft, but settled well in twistier pavement on-road. Off-road, as the speed ramps up, you're going to likely have some bottoming issues. I'm 170 pounds, and it took third gear on a Jeep trail, and I was bottoming out a lot. For newer riders, it'll be fine. You'll be going maybe a little slower, and it probably won't be an issue, especially if you're lighter than I am. But for riders who are looking for off-road performance, the suspension definitely comes up a bit short. Ergonomics are very comfortable in the new 310GS, and I feel like I could ride this thing days, weeks, months. It's got a really wide handlebar that's really comfortable. The seat is nice and wide and comfortable for long freeway stints or time off-road. I had a chance to go to breakfast with my wife on the back. She enjoyed it just as much as I do. I think they did a really great job with the ergonomics on this new bike. Braking power up front is handled by a 300mm single disc with a radial mount 4-piston caliper. Out back, you have a 240mm single disc with a 2-piston caliper. ABS is standard on the motorcycle, so you don't have to pay extra for it. Giving it a little more off-road chops, you have a dedicated ABS button on the left-hand control module that allows you, on the fly, to disable the ABS completely for off-road situations. And one thing for sure is you can definitely get out here and have a great time. And this is a pretty accessible bike to do that. The price point makes it accessible, makes it an accessible way to get into BMW motorcycles. And I think it also goes to prove that you don't necessarily need one of those. You can have a lot of fun on one of these too. So in conclusion, this is a great entry-level motorcycle at an amazing price point for BMW, $56.95. This motorcycle is going to be great for beginners, great for those who are looking for around town, maybe getting their feet wet into the adventure riding segment. For those of you looking for a little bit more performance out of your on the off-road side of things, it'll likely be falling a little bit short. So thanks for checking out the video, guys. Again, Ryan here with Motorcycle.com. If you enjoyed the video, like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you next time.